The following podcast is inspired by the book How to Live a Great Life. These podcasts are designed to give you some perspectives that will help improve the quality of your life. Many years ago, psychologists wanted to understand how to best train an animal to perform a particular act. They found that a food reward was needed for the subjects of their experiments. Then they found that if they provided the reward at unpredictable intervals, the animals were the most highly motivated. Today, we humans are the subjects. Happiness is the reward provided at irregular intervals. In our society, we are expected to seek happiness. The problem with this goal is that happiness is fleeting. When the happiness is gone, we are unhappy, sad, or depressed. People who live a great life do not seek happiness. They seek, obtain, and constantly return to balance. When in balance, unhappiness has no place to exist. Let us consider romantic pursuit as one example of the fallacy of the search for happiness. We are all sold on the story of happily ever after. We are attracted to someone because of physical characteristics, emotional connection, and perhaps common values. Sex becomes a source of joy. Over time, the relationship changes. Needs and fears rise up. We find at some point that the other person can no longer make us happy. The relationship must then change into something like friendship with physical and emotional connection, or it becomes dysfunctional. This type of relationship is only possible if both participants are in balance. Another area where people seek happiness is work. We expect that if we can find work where we are well compensated, recognized for our skill and achievements, and experiencing personal growth, we will be happy. Most people do not find this kind of work environment. This leaves them unhappy. Even those who do find a fulfilling work environment are likely to have that taken away from them when their boss moves on, the company is sold, or the business suffers from competition. Goals in a work environment are desirable. However, being attached to achieving those goals can cause a great deal of frustration or unhappiness. Obstacles will arise. If these obstacles are treated as merely being part of the journey, then we are better positioned to actually enjoy the journey. In work as in life, there are no mistakes, only lessons. Balance when approaching work goals is just as desirable as in relationships. Another area of life that is expected to bring us happiness is the acquisition of things. The right vehicle, article of clothing, or technology item is what I need. Surely these things will make me happy. When we do obtain any of these treasures, they do make us happy, but only for the moment. There is nothing sustainable in this happiness. A person who is in balance does not need things. That person may choose to acquire something because it serves a purpose. There is no expectation of happiness attached to that item. Being in balance is enough to feel joy and appreciation every day. I would like to provide one last example of the fallacy of seeking happiness. Most people like dessert. Ice cream, pies, cakes, and cookies are among the treats we seek to give us pleasure or perhaps happiness. We know that the sugar and fat in these treats will cause the release of certain natural chemicals in our bodies that will make us feel happy. However, in a relatively short time, that happiness will wear off. Many people then feel a sugar low, resulting in lethargy and a general feeling of unhappiness. This can usually be cured for a short time by consuming more sugar-saturated items. And the beat goes on. The quest for sugar is very much like the quest for happiness in our lives. We obtain a short-term fix of happiness, then we are sad when the happiness is gone. In my book, How to Live a Great Life, I described the process I discovered that allowed me to achieve balance. Exercises and examples are provided that will help you achieve balance, if that is what you choose. These podcasts are an introduction to the soon-to-be-published book, How to Live a Great Life. The promise of the book is to give you information and tools that will help you to reduce stress and increase joy in your life. To get updates on the launch date for the book, as well as information on future podcasts, please click the link Great Life in the show notes of this episode. Enter your email and you will be kept up to date. If you are listening using the Apple Podcast app, the show notes can be found by pressing on Detail. Then scroll down the show notes to find the Great Life link. This is Bill Rabo reminding you that your thoughts create your reality. So think positive thoughts.